The Misfits want to share their treasure with you. Help us get to 500 followers here on Twitter and be entered to win this set of dice. Looking for more ways to enter? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, or like, comment, and subscribe.
You can see where the smoke has completely reached around the sides of the building, like the harrowing fingers of some great beast.
I knock. I give the firm 1-2 in the assumption that everyone would know an important knock when they hear it.
Okay, so get this. We are at the Verity Estate. It's creepy as all heck, right? Get how creepy it looks here.
Perhaps we do know each other after all. But you see, I remember when the Verity Estate used to be the brightest flower in all of Earth's bounty. What a shame.
Don't even worry about the guests. We'll be like shadows on the wall. They won't even notice us there.
When she mentions the Hesha dying in the fire, Dart gets noticeably internal at that point.
Did you kill him? I'm not judging. I'd kill him.
I don't know what you're talking about. But I kind of do, but I don't.
Ever since I was a child, I felt as though something, I don't want to exaggerate, but evil has been watching me.
Okay, so I think we need to find a way to take care of the stone golems. That's what we were talking about with having to maybe get Fraulo. I'm not on board with the torturing, but maybe we could get him to tell us somehow.
I mean, somehow sounds like physical interactions to me. It sounds like...
We could trick him, perhaps. We don't have to do actual torture. It seems like most of the influence that Rather wields is the pain of death or actual pain. And Fraulo seems like an intimidated sort. If we could perhaps threaten him even without causing him harm.
I feel like threatening will be enough for Fraulo.
The Tinker says that Fraulo is the most dedicated to Brother's cause.
I see.
But to cut his stupid little outfit.
He is also covered in fur.
No, he's wearing that fancy little outfit that I complimented him on when we came into this without knowing what this was.
So you're saying that we shouldn't assume that Fraulo is the weak link that he appears to be.
It might be a show.
He very well be maybe weak-willed and might tell us everything we want to know, but then you can be assured he will turn around and go and tell Brothers. So in my mind, we would have to deal with him in one way or another afterwards.
I know you're implying that we could kill him, but
I mean,
you don't necessarily have to stoop to the level of this island. We can make him indisposed without going that far.
We could hide him somewhere, perhaps.
I could punch him in the throat and make him stay still.
Yes.
Always a backup option. Yes.
I mean, instead of killing him.
Oh.
Sorry, Bastion.
It
I
just
like
seems
the
like
idea that we don't kill him.
it certainly is the easiest way to make sure that he doesn't talk. I'm all for efficiency.
Fallow will be, I think, the most difficult thing we deal with. But part of me thinks he doesn't want to be here either.
Well, if you can
Yeah, but I
convince him.
think he's more scared than he is brave, so he'll probably try and go to Brather anyway, even if he doesn't want to be here. I think he's too scared.
Desperation makes people a wild card. I get it.
We should also, if we cannot convince him to help us, we should also be prepared to move quickly after we talk to him, because he will be, if we hide him or punch him in the throat until he doesn't move or kill him or what have you, he will no longer be available to announce fights. So as soon as tomorrow morning, he will be missed.
I think he'll be missed before that if Brothers is
Dependent
as
on him.
dependent as it seems on him.
The question is, too, how do we get him to come with us without everyone seeing him?
That should be easy enough. I don't think any people can see him. We just have to convince him to come to the Tinkerer's workshop, which I'm sure we can invent some lie or reason for him being there. If people see him come with us, it's not unusual for him to be walking around, is it not?
No, I guess I just wasn't really thinking about the lie to get him to the Tinkerer's shop.
We also don't want to draw any undue attention to the Tinkerer's shop. We don't want to put the Tinker into any unnecessary danger as well.
Josephine will not be there.
Doesn't matter if she's not there.
She's closed down early for the night.
It doesn't look good if that's where we choose to go and if people see us.
So she's closed down early for the night. Fraulo seems to be an operational manager of sorts around here. Could we not convince him that we want to issue a complaint? We want to, we want to modify our weapons. He should talk to Josephine, who is presumably at her shop, and thus perhaps drawing him in.
As long as the complaint's not against her.
I think that the idea is that we lie about it. We're not actually making a complaint.
Fraulo also still believes that I am mindless. Perhaps that could be used somehow. We could deliver a message or something in written form.
To Bravo,
Speaking
perhaps?
of mindless, Huron and Bastion, the golems, do you know if they report to anyone, if they're aware of what people are saying?
I don't know. I know I've been told that Brothers is the one that gives them life and instructions upon their making, but that is the most information I've received.
I spoke with Amherst, my brother, tonight, and I couldn't let him know too much about what we're planning. He's guarded by 2 golems, and I wasn't sure how much awareness they had.
Would they stop us from bringing him food? Perhaps we could smuggle in a note and some of Valeda's soup.
I don't think soup is the choice, but I think I think it's a good idea. I think it's feasible.
What's wrong
Alphabet soup? Soup is wet. He doesn't eat very often, so perhaps he just doesn't know. Soup is very wet. Any parchment would probably get too soggy to read. Sorry, I'm just out of character. I'm picturing alphabet soup, spelling out a message.
Just a paragraph.
Yeah.
Just using thaumaturgy to move it around a little bit.
I think whatever happens, whatever we decide to do, Amherst should, I believe he will stand with us, but it's just to let him know. He's not able to leave his cell, his men aren't able to leave the cell. Only for fights, and the only fight he has left is with Brothers himself.
I would expect Frollo probably has a key to that cell.
All right.
Your brother, he's the champion, right? Why hasn't he yet challenged Brother?
He is nervous, and rightfully so.
Understandable, we don't know what we're up against, but challenging Brother would bring him, I assume, to the arena where I assume that he probably would do a solo fight against Amras, which might bring him to his most vulnerable, in which case that might be the time to strike.
Huron, have you ever seen a champion fight against Brothers?
Huron's not here right now.
Oh no!
Would Huron have seen
Huron?
Oh, look! Hey!
He's back.
Woohoo!
Yay! Huron. Would Huron have seen a fight against one of the champions, like versus Brothers? Is that something that he would have witnessed?
Richard, have I?
How long have we said you're here?
A couple years. Oh, well, many years actually.
Yeah, like 40.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. It didn't go well for the champion.
Like how not well? Like,
Is it like,
this is the nitty gritty. Expand, Huron.
Yes, Huron, tell us, Richard.
Try. Tell us more.
It was like this champion fought their way up the ranks and then didn't even come close against Brother, and they were absolutely like demolished and like kind of disgustingly brutalized.
Well, but like, what weapon did he use? Was it one-on-one? Was it like a group of people?
It was not one-on-one. It was him and his golems because it was a team.
Oh, it was him and his golems? Jeez. That's awful. That's just cheating. Did Brother actually get in the fight, or was it just the golems?
Brother kind of stood back and let his golems do it, and then Brother came in and got the finishing kill. The killing strike on everybody.
Interesting. How did Brother, did it seem like Brother was commanding the golems, or that they were just like mind linked?
Once they're in the fight, it's kind of they know how to handle themselves. Like, it didn't seem like.
Okay. And they just piled on the champion and his team and pummeled them to death horribly.
Yeah, it was like them in the fight, and he would just kind of calmly walk around, and when they were down, he would...
Oh, so he's probably not actually a good fighter. Fuck that guy.
Well, I don't want that to happen to your brother or his men.
No, and that's what I was worried about.
Mm-hmm.
But if we set a trap for him, and if we manage to find way to control the golems or take them out of commission, there's a lot of maybes here.
And to answer your question,
unknown factors.
Sorry, Aleda, to answer your question. Huron, to answer her question.
Yeah.
I didn't remember. I had to look it up. He uses a great axe and a war hammer.
Okay, both of this.
Does he use any magic during his fights, or does he rely only on those weapons?
Doesn't look like he uses magic.
Yeah, he must be using some form of magic to control the golems, or like some binding preventing him. Yeah.
He's obviously a powerful magic user, but if he's not using it directly in the combat, besides using it to direct the golems.
This is why speaking to Frollo might shed some light there.
I think we do need more information. Making friends is much easier for me.
Yes, speaking of making friends, was everyone successful in making people aware of our cause?
I'll relay that I trust Margaret. She suggested Lionel. He seemed very scared. but he said he wouldn't act against us. But he said he was with us, but I'm like, I still think he's scared. So I'll say like, I'm sorry if I let anything go, but I think that he and Margaret are with us.
That's all right.
Mhm.
Did great.
I don't think the dwarf we spoke to caught on to what we were planning because she was too angry to think.
Okay.
Yeah, she had a lot of anger going on. I hope she can resolve that.
She'll get it out in the ring one way or another.
Well, I made a couple of friends. More than a few. I think they're very much on our side. Fighters, I'm not quite sure about that, but good people.
One of them hopefully knows other fighters.
That would be good. Caladir, Amras and his soldiers, they're all your folk, are they not?
They are.
I could be wrong, but are your folk affected by sleeping spells?
No. Wait, hang on. Do I have advantage?
No, you're good. You don't sleep.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay, yeah. No, we won't be affected by that at all.
Well, at the very least, if we do the spell, we know that even if they don't know what's going on, they will be awake. So if we find them, we can inform them.
I would still like him to know before going into this.
Well,
he doesn't make the best choices at the best of times. Never mind. Something like this coming as a surprise. I don't think it would go as smoothly as we would hope.
Well, if it sounds like he doesn't make the best decisions, then maybe it's best to keep him in the dark until we have to save everyone. Like, it sounds like he's a tremendous fighter. He's worked his way up to his champion. I'm sure that he would jump into the battle once we get there.
It's not just him, though. There's other men in that cell with him.
Of course. But they're under his charge. I just assumed that they'd follow.
Your people, they're trustworthy then? Do they like your brother? Is your brother not a nice person?
Does he have a beard?
Good question.
He does not have a beard. They're loyal to him, but I think my men were with me. They're close, but they would listen to me as well. And they would listen to me over him if they had to.
Okay, that's good.
All right, so these golems, we'll have to find their weaknesses. Should we try to see if we can even see Fraulo?
We could do that.
Do we know where Fraulo usually is?
He's
Do we know
kind
her?
of all over the place.
Yeah.
What was that?
He's kind of all over the place. Like, he goes wherever he's.
Mentally and physically.
Before we leave...
Anyone seen him recently?
No.
No.
I haven't been looking for him, though. I've been looking at the faces to see if they want to see me or not. I'm sure we could go looking.
Is it late enough that the tinker's shop would be closed?
The tinker did say the shop would be closed, yes.
Yeah, late afternoon. It was late afternoon before we even started talking, so...
It's late evening now. You have a pretty
Yeah.
good feeling that it would be.
So it's dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
I know where she has hid the key.
Okay.
Before we leave the cell, can Dietrich grab Greya to stay back a bit?
Sure.
Okay. Yep.
I know it might be very scary for you to put yourself out there, but I think a lot of people would follow you. You're a very good person, Greya. And you are kind of part of a legendary story around here. Maybe one not so successful, but one of hope. I don't know much about gnomes other than they like to give me a hard time. But I do enjoy their company, and you're a wonderful gnome. When I left, Dietrich's gonna pull out a little handkerchief from his many bags of stuff, of costumes. Everyone from the circus kind of gave me something, and Odolin gave me this, and I know you don't know him. But I figure you're on the right track to of where you grew up, and I would like you to have this.
Oh, Dietrich, that's so. Thank you. That's so sweet. I don't know if I'm the one people should be following, but if it'll help us get off this island and it'll help free these people, then I don't mind telling people who I am or who my dad was, I guess. I just hope it can give people some hope, because that's what you see, all these people on this island, they're all so scared and they need hope, and we need a way to show them that there's still hope.
I don't want to pressure you into anything either, Greya, but I think you're very much a light in the darkness. You're something people can look to and see that change. And remember that there are people outside that aren't, well, like the people in here. So, if you are willing to be that, then I am willing to follow. And I will make sure you get out of here.
Okay. I'll do my best, because I think if we can bring even a little bit of hope to these people, and then I think we can do it. I think we can free them. And I think we have to. We have to try, because we can't leave people in a place like this.
You're right.
If we still have hope, then we can give them hope, and we can find a way off this island.
I agree. Well, I guess we should follow everyone else.
Okay. Thank you, Dietrich.
Greya has gotten so many gifts lately.
She deserves them because she is so good.
This is all the things Greya has ever owned.
Deserves the world.
Yeah.
She has more stuff now than she's ever owned in her life.
Blessed be the dull, for they have no mind to doubt. Blessed be the cruel, for they have no heart to vow. Blessed be the weak, for they have no teeth to gouge. Blessed be the empty, for we have no soul to shroud. One by one, the stars go out, and Dake is plunged into darkness.
Fuck! What?
What the Montaki is going on?
By Mahu.
I don't believe in gods.
I told you that they would turn their backs on us one day.
This shouldn't be possible.
No.
Things just got a little more interesting.
Is anyone else seeing this?
What?
Nothing like this has ever happened before. This isn't right.
You stand at the edge of the broken, blasted wall, staring into the unblinking expanse of shadow outside. What do you do?
What on Dake is going on?
Are you bored of the usual character archetypes?
Do you feel like you see the same characters over and over again?
Is there not enough chaotic energy in your podcasts?
Well, have we got the solution for you.
Hi, I'm Harper.
And I'm Darby.
Chaotic Creations is a podcast where we take the weirdest character prompts we can think of and make playable Dungeons & Dragons characters.
There's bad jokes.
I wonder what Minotaur sounds like.
When they're really, having a heartfelt speech is really moving.
Backstories.
I am an eagle kenku. She probably just says eagle. And people are like, not quite.
And of course, plenty of chaos.
I don't consider mayonnaise to be a liquid, but I also don't really consider it to be food.
Maybe he squishes his pecs together with like a little symbol in between. Goes.
We upload new episodes every Wednesday, and you can hear the two of us
and some guests
make some truly strange D&D characters.
Find us on your local podcatcher of choice, and check us out on Twitter @ChaoticPod.
I'm Harper, your lawful nerdy paladin.
And I'm Darby, your chaotic tired bard.
And we hope you'll join us on Chaotic Creations.
So you guys are going out to like search for Fraulo?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you all going together? Are you splitting up to search?
I think splitting up would probably be best so we don't all look like we're looking for something together.
Yeah, it's less conspicuous. We'll go into smaller groups, I guess.
Cool. Who's going with who? Or are
That's
you all going
3 and 3?
individually?
I think we should definitely go in at least pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Dietrich will saddle up beside Huron.
Huron just looks grumpy about it. Like he was so excited before, and now he's like, all right.
I'm gonna nudge Greya and be like, look, he's going to make a move.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Has anyone heard from William and Thomas?
Oh.
No.
I don't know about any part of the plan. Has anyone seen them or heard from them?
Well, we can keep an eye out for them as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Them
they
still
probably
being gone
need
is a
to be
concern to
updated.
me.
So if we're gonna split up, then what do we do if one of our groups finds him? Fraulo, I mean.
Capture him and bring him to the workshop.
Just in our pairs?
Yes, we can't get into the workshop unless we know how to get in. I mean, only Bastion knows how to.
Well,
Perhaps I should go to the workshop and remain there.
And have it ready?
Mm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sure.
Perhaps we should tell Fraulo that we want to potentially bargain for something, but the Tinkerer is unsure about the rules, so we need him to moderate to see if we can get an upgrade. Because she's been told that she can't show favoritism.
Would that place the Tinker in any danger if it were found out?
I don't think so. And also, I'm not planning on letting Fraulo just go and walk around after we capture him, are we?
No.
No.
I think you're right that it wouldn't put her in any danger. It's something we don't know.
Also, he'll clearly figure out it's a lie once we bring him into the shop and she's not there and we do whatever we do.
This is true.
All right.
Very good. I will go and prepare the workshop.
Thank you, Bastion. I'm curious to see what he's going to prepare. I'm like picturing like a table, like set out Dexter style and like
Lays down plastic everywhere.
Yeah.
We're like, oh no, this is not what we had in mind.
Okay.
All right.
I think Kelly would go with Huron and Dietrich because he trusts them. He's just concerned by this strange, weird tension.
Mm-hmm. I will go with Greya and see if we can find either Fraulo or Mac and William and Thomas.
Oh yeah, we've got an eye out for Mac and William and Thomas.
Oh yeah, I think we're more concerned with them than finding Fraulo right now.
Okay.
Did they give like any indication of where they were going?
Thomas said he was going to talk to the more seedy characters.
Mm.
That's terrifying.
Because he thought Dietrich was too soft.
Oh, that's sweet.
Fair.
But Mac and William went with him?
I mean, Mac.
William purposely went with him. Mac just kind of followed.
Mac also can throw down. So
Mac is good to be there. Imagine you deal with like the seediest people, and you have someone who's crazy like Mac with you.
It's true.
You're fine.
Cool. And Hikari's gonna stay with Dietrich and Huron because she's just like, I want to see how this plays out.
We're the fun squad.
She's here for the gossip, is what she's here for.
Okay. Carrie, if you're going to go with them, and you can keep them in line.
Yes, keep it PG.
Carrie's just like, I'm uncomfortable but intrigued.
We all are.
Okay. Yeah.
Side
Carrie,
quest this
go
whole
with
thing.
them and try to keep the peace, and I'll go with Greya and Aleda. And if you see Mac, Thomas, or William, please make sure they're not getting into anything too horrible.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Kalita, you're saying that there's an adult going with Huron and Dietrich?
Oh god, Hikari's
Or
the
go with the girls instead?
Yep.
I'm like 150 years old. You know, I'm an old guy.
Okay, but like Dietrich's youngness is rubbing off on you, so.
That's fair. That's fair, Captain.
Okay. We'll start with Dietrich and Huron. Do you guys know like where you want to go?
Probably down to the lower level again to first look for Fraulo, because I feel like Dietrich thinks Thomas is a pretty capable person.
Okay.
Unless Huron and Hikari want to go somewhere else.
Hikari's kind of cool to just go wherever. Do you have an idea of where on the lower level you would like to start to look, or do you feel like where you think maybe Fraulo might be, like what kind of area you want to?
Like more around where there are like established areas. So like where the armory is, where the kitchen is, kind of those areas, because he usually kind of patrols, and Dietrich would think that he maybe makes the rounds to check on things.
Okay. So you go across the bridge, and you're kind of in like the shop area. And then I'll get everyone to do an investigation to see if they kind of see him anywhere.
Sweet. I don't know what my investigation is. Hold on. So I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
My investigation is +0, so it's just a 20.
Just a nat 20.
Just a nat 20. So
Still
with
just
nat
a 20 though.
I'm gonna say you see that he is not anywhere in this area. But if you look to the kind of gate and hallway that you enter the ring in, you do see him walking down there. Like he just left the shop area, sort of thing.
Okay. I see you, man.
Let's go.
Dietrich will kind of run a little bit faster than Huron, but like not do it in a way that he's very mindful of trying not to be like better than him. He's not trying to show off or anything. He just wants to make sure that they get Fraulo.
Okay. When you get to the gate that enters the corridor, there are stone golems that kind of step in front of you because that area is off limits when you're not fighting.
Deirdre will kind of halt and step back and be like, "Oh, sorry. Sorry." He'll just kind of go, Frello!
Does not hear you.
Oh. Well. You do magic?
Are you talking to stone golems?
No, to Huron.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm not a fan of it, but I know it.
Okay, do you got anything that can maybe project my voice or your voice to have him hear? Because he did not hear me or care to hear me, I suppose.
No, I don't have any sound throwing magic, but doesn't the captain have a few spells?
I mean, all of the magic users are over that way.
We all went in a different group.
All right. Why don't we just? I have no sound throwing spells. Unfortunately, I could snare him from here, but that won't get much done.
Or not get us killed. Can you put a thing on him and you can feel where he is or something? Do you do that?
Yeah, I could find an object. If you palm an object on him, I could find him later. Yeah, but not useful right now.
Not really what I had in mind.
I can get a squirrel to go talk to him, but I don't know if he speaks squirrel.
I don't know how many squirrels are in here.
Very few squirrels. Full disclosure, not a lot. Not so many.
We can go talk to everybody else if you think that might be a better idea, considering we seem to not have any brains among us.
I guess. I have no way to throw anything over there. I'm at a loss right now, which bothers me.
We know where he is, so we could tell everyone, and maybe we could look for Thomas and them on our way back. Huron, by the way, you're a lovely man, and I haven't gotten to know you, so there's no way for me to know if I have those feelings for you. But in this circumstance, this what is currently going on between us right now, it's her that I like.
Oh, that makes way more sense. And because then we had that food. Yeah, I am so glad you told me. Wow, I feel so much better now. Oh my God, this is a weight off my chest. I am just, whew. All right. I feel like we can do this now. Like, this is infinitely better. Thank you. Whatever you're working through with that and her, I hope the best for you. And okay, all right.
Listen, I'm sorry about my behavior. I've never liked anyone like that, but I don't think that she reciprocates those feelings, and I would never do that to her, so sorry.
You know what? Hey, emotions are weird. Like, it makes sense now. I just needed it to make sense. We have a secret now. That's amazing. See, people, that's how friendships form. Now that we have a thing that we know, it's a secret, and that'll forge a friendship. This is great. This is great news. This is wonderful news.
Okay. All right. Yeah, wonderful. Friendship. Yes.
Let's head back. Tell the group where this guy is, and you know what? We'll tell them we bury the hatchet, and then we'll be fine. It's great. Okay. Oh, this is so good. I am so happy. Oh.
I mean,
and you see, like, Huron's just like a little puppy step, and he's like, it makes sense now.
I feel like honesty is always the key, but please don't be too honest.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell anyway. I'm a great secret keeper, but we have a secret. That's great. Oh, this is perfect.
I'm just imagining Hakiri just like with a bag of popcorn, like watching this go down.
Okay, we will go to the other group now because you can't join them until we know where they are. So you guys were going out looking with your main goal to be to find Thomas, William, and Mac. Where do you guys want to look?
What area looks the seediest? Because that's where Tom was heading.
You guys can all, when you get to the main floor, do an investigation.
Okay.
When I rolled my initial investigation, it was a flat 16. I don't have anything on it, so.
Okay.
Mine is investigation. 18.
Cool.
Okay, and mine is +1. It's a 14.
Awesome. Eleda and Keladir. The whole place is kind of seedy, so it's hard to really tell anything apart.
Mhm.
But if you, with that investigation, if you had to like pick out an area where you're like, those people look the scariest, there is like down where like all the shops are and stuff, there is like a pub type area where it looks like, you know, you add this kind of people with drinking, and yeah, probably a pretty seedy area.
Anyone care for a drink?
I mean, I don't drink, but we can go to the. I think that's a good idea, maybe, to go to the pub.
You don't. I don't think you have. It was a joke. I'm not going to pressure you into drinking.
Oh, it was a very funny.
We'll
No,
find
it was a very funny joke.
most unsavory people at that pub.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't drink anything they'd serve. It just doesn't seem clean.
Okay.
All right, we'll go to the pub.
So this is much like how the food was. It's not like a pub where like you can go in, order a drink. It's just like a bar that's kind of in the middle of that shop area where like you get your drink and go, but there are people like kind of hanging around the bar top sort of thing.
Lingering.
That does not adhere to most liquor licenses here in Canada. You can't take a drink and just go.
This
The
is
laws are very
not
lax.
Canada.
If we're not near Dietrich's big
I
girls
feel
run
like
up
this
north.
place is like very upstanding, very law of the land. Everything's followed respectfully. So
Lena's just looking around. She's like, "Oh, this
it's
is
like an abnormality,
This isn't up to code. That's an open container. That's just left out. That's disgusting. That washcloth does not look clean." She's just noting this.
You
She's
need to
not
make a call to the liquor inspector.
Yes, I'm not impressed.
She's saying this out loud, or is she
no?
mentally
She's
doing
not
this?
saying this out loud. She just has.
Okay.
She looks. If someone were to do an insight check on her, they'd see that she looks really judgmental. But she's not going to say any of it out loud. She's not rude, especially when there's dangerous people about.
Good.
What is
Keladir doesn't want to have to give Eleda the Dietrich subtlety talk.
No, I don't think he needs to. Do people have currency that they're like paying for drinks? Like, do people have money here?
No, it's just kind of like you just get it.
Oh.
Like when you're as shitty as this place is, you do get free stuff when you're here. I mean, the food sucks. But you get it for free still. This place isn't interested in like currency or profiting. It's here for the fight.
Cool. Who's good looking? Who looks buff?
No one.
No one here looks buff?
They look they all look buff, but good looking, no.
Do any of them look as though they could be interested in a human woman?
Well, let's look at the chart of people I have and see.
Because I still have this dress on.
You sure do.
Huron, my jealousy is about to be shifted.
He has no idea what's happening.
Natural progression. I'm happy with it.
First it was Thomas, and then it was Huron.
He needs help.
So we
So-
don't actually see any of the three, do we? When we're looking around,
What's that?
we don't see any of the three when we're looking around.
No.
Okay.
But I
Confirming.
will say, kind of the perfect role for what you were looking for, Aleda.
Mm-hmm.
As you're kind of looking around, a halfling comes up to you,
Mm-hmm.
and is like pretty buff, but not like jacked by any means.
Okay, yeah.
And he just like sizes up the three of you, and he's like, "So, any of you three looking for a good time?"
Does this halfling look as though he has any kind of stature at all in this bar, or like you said he's not quite, he's like buff probably because he's been fighting, he's lived this long, but like does he look like he has a gang that has any influence here, or was he hanging out with anyone before?
Do an insight check.
Sure. Well, I'm not gonna get a lot from that. Oh no, actually my insight's really good. Okay, that's not so bad. That's like a 13. No, it's a 12. Sorry, I'm bad at math.
He doesn't seem to be with anyone, but he does seem to not necessarily have status there, but he's very confident and comfortable in this area.
So at least it's like he doesn't feel there's an immediate threat to him in this area enough that he can let loose and have a drink.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. I'll just kind of like take a look at Kaladir and like hope that he kind of like understands that I'm gonna talk to this fellow. Just like be like, no.
He's not even sure what a good time means. He's not
he has
having
no
a
idea.
good time.
Kaladir never has a good time. He's a winter Eladrin. He's always sad. I'm gonna be like, well, I am new around here, and I wouldn't object if someone wanted to buy a lady a drink.
You're new here. Yeah, I can buy you a drink. He just turns around.
That's a joke. I know we're getting drinks for free.
Damn, sometimes it impresses people when they don't know what's going on. All right, well, whatever. He turns around, he just like puts three fingers up. The bartender puts three drinks down. He turns around and gives one to each of you.
Cool. I'm going to inspect this.
Yeah.
What is it?
While you're inspecting, he's gonna introduce himself. He's like, "It's very nice to meet all of you. My name is Tinbrand Featherbottom, but I'm not opposed to being Tinbrand Feathertop if that's more what you're into."
Hey. Ruva loves this character. Greya has no idea.
Is it directed specifically at me or just like at anyone?
Literally anyone who wants.
Whoever. Very impressive. Well, that's quite a line. How long have you been working on that one?
Since the day I was born, I guess.
Get Greya away from him.
Yes. Well, we do have a lady of the cloth here, so I don't think she's interested. I'm interested in getting to know the town. What can you tell me?
I can tell you that there's not a lot of fun to be had around here, so I can make things a little better for some people.
Oh, we're trying to make things better for people too.
I don't think that's what he means.
Oh!
Oh no.
That's what you mean by Lady of the Cloth. All right.
No, I don't even understand what that means.
Kaladir is like, I wish I went with Deidre.
He's not sure what's happening. He doesn't like it.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Greya.
Oh no, don't touch him. No. No. I can't. She's an adult. She can
He
make her own
takes your
decision.
hand and kisses it.
Greya's like, that's so nice.
Oh no, this is bad. Aleda very much
Kaladir's going to just move in front of Greya a little bit.
Ooh, territorial. I like it.
I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna try and play it up because I feel like he'll be more open to talking if we're friendly. So I'll be like, oh, so you've been here a while then. I guess you could say that you know the lay of the land.
Better than anyone, baby.
What other friendly people are around here?
I mean, there's not many friendly people. People can get friendly after a few drinks, but if you're looking for an actual friend, not really the place to be. If you're looking for a friend, well, you've come to the right place.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we're looking for Emily. She's trying to look around Keladier. Yeah, we're looking to make friends.
What kind of friends have you made? I mean, I just want to make sure that people might, survive the encounter. Want to know what my options are.
Oh, they survive. A lot of people are very tired out when they're done being friends with me, but yeah, they survive.
Grant just goes up. Grant goes up to Keladier and he's like, "Hey, I think this guy can help us. He's very friendly."
What other prowess do you, whatever prowesses do you possess? Are you skilled in battle? You've survived this long here. We've had our first few fights today.
I survive because people don't want me to die because of my other skills.
I see. So you have a crew that finds you entertaining enough to keep around.
They sure do.
Are any of them here tonight?
Most of them, yeah. Everyone's kind of out and about tonight.
Who is he gesturing to? I want to see if anyone
literally gestures to everyone. Like his.
Oh my goodness. Can I do an insight check on what other people think of this? Like if he is just flat out lying about how many conquests he's had?
Sure, yeah.
Cool. I rolled an 11, my insight's +4, so that's 15.
15. You don't know, you can't tell exactly when he gestures to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He has slept with so many people.
Good for him.
This is, it's an island where there's not a lot of options. So.
That's true. What do they do to prevent?
Listen, Keladier can't follow this conversation, but I also am not following this conversation because I was like, wait, those are all his friends. I get it now.
Mary is Rhea in real life.
I don't know what's going on.
This is goodness. Well, wow, that's very impressive. So it's kind of a group situation. People.
Sometimes, yeah.
Impressive.
Hold on.
Yeah. Oh no. I don't know what I'm getting into. I regret this. This eventually.
He just kind of looks at you. Oh, what did you roll on the investigation of the beer? You were investigating that.
Oh, I didn't roll that because we moved on to so much has happened. Oh no, that's a nat 1. I'm going to end up drinking it. This is bad. I take beer. A sip, not even thinking of it, I guess.
You take a drink? Okay.
Yeah. I think I forgot to investigate it because I'm trying to be charming. And
you are hooked into this conversation.
Oh no.
So it is beer. It's fucking disgusting. It is the worst beer ever. But it is technically beer. But yeah, so anyway. During this conversation, he just he looks at you and kind of studies you and he's like, I get the sense you're not looking for what I'm offering.
I appreciate your forthrightness. I think our conversation has passed each other and we're looking at different kinds of friends. But wouldn't say I'm entirely opposed. Just don't know anyone yet.
All right, well, if you ever circle back and do want that kind of friend, I'm here. What are you looking for?
Allies. I want to know what this area is like. Just because we might not be the kinds of friends you're looking for doesn't mean we can't be allies and friends. in the way that she means. And like, really, I am going to say outright that Greya here is not looking for that kind of friend, and she's just misinterpreting everything. And I'm sorry to say that right in front of you, Greya, but he means
Greya is
something
more
salacious.
confused now.
Yes.
She's just like looking at Kelly, and you're like, what?
Greya, he's talking.
I feel like Kelly and Greya are just looking at each other like,
No, I'm just gonna be like, he's talking about sex, and there's nothing wrong with that, and we're not here to shame him for it.
it's fine. That's not where I thought the conversation was going.
Yes, no, but
Greya's face is blank.
yeah, but yes, as you can see, they aren't fully clued in either. But I'm not saying I'm not opposed, but I am curious to like learn more if you don't mind talking.
I don't know what friends you're talking about, but we are trying to find
Points at
several
Elena. He's like,
our
sex.
friends.
Like she just said, sex. I have sex with people.
Yeah.
I will say, if you're looking for actual friends, this is not the place to do it.
Mm-hmm.
People here are not nice. Anyone who's here who doesn't really enjoy the fighting isn't going out for drinks after the fights.
Understandable. Well, it seems that you found enough helping hands. That's a Ruva wink. That's not a Greya wink.
No, that's not absolutely not.
That would be scandalized if Aruba. I mean, if Greya ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm not necessarily opposed to celebration. I just I like to get to know people a bit first. I recognize that not everyone might be around long enough to get to know.
Keldir quietly is going to say, like, aside to later, like, are we not looking for our actual friends?
Yes. Have you seen? And I'd like to give the description of the people that we are looking for. You've seen a dwarf, a malnourished human, and a rather fit-looking human.
William, not a dwarf.
Oh, he's not a dwarf.
Just a short human. Three
short
human men.
I did see them. They also weren't interested. The fit one kind of was.
That tracks.
Hey, that tracks.
He said he'd be back later.
Yeah.
Keldir surprised. No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He didn't come back, which is too bad. He looked like a good time. What they were looking for was a little, a different kind of excitement. And they went to the right place, and I haven't seen them since.
I see, so they found some excitement.
They
Were
must.
you the one to direct them to it?
No, they found that on their own. I can direct you to it if you would like.
That'd be greatly appreciated.
Cool. Go to the bartender and tell him that you just didn't get enough today. And he will lead you to where your friends are.
This isn't a sex thing, is it?
Unfortunately, no.
It sounds like a sex thing. It could be a good thing for a sex thing. You should keep that in mind.
I tried to also use it, but there was some confusion.
I understand.
So we had to change things up.
Can I see if he's sending us into harm's way?
Yeah.
Should like do an insight?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
is he
can I
trying to
also
set
do-
us up?
Can I give Leda advantage? Because Keldir would also be like,
I rolled a 16 and my insight is 4, so that's a dirty 20. Dirty 20 with tin brand feather bottom.
He is sending you to a dangerous place.
Yes.
But he's not doing it to like try to get you hurt or anything. He just, this is where your friends went. So.
he's literally just giving us the information that we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like an underground fighting ring. Cool. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll be able to circle back and, perhaps we'll share a drink again sometime.
I look forward to it.
Let him get what he wants from that interaction. I do not care.
Cool.
All right, we'll go up to the bar and say...
At this point, probably Dietrich and Huron, you were looking for the group again. You would probably see them. They're on the same side of the bridge as you. So if you want to join them, you can go up.
Yeah.
So you guys meet up before going to this next area.
If you guys are going to a new area, come find Bastion, please.
Yeah, because Bastion's just loyally waiting. Did Dietrich see the interaction with the halfling? This is very important.
Dietrich, you can roll a perception to see how much you saw.
Okay. I think it's a +6. Give me a second. No, it's a +3, so 11.
So 11? He probably just hears me say, like, oh, I'll come back and share a drink.
You saw them talking, but didn't, like, gather what was happening. Then, yeah, you would have caught the last, like, few words.
Well.
Huron, you would have as well. And same with Hikari. And Hikari's just like, ooh.
Where?
Kelly just might turn to Gray and be like, were you getting any of that? Was that as apparent to you as it was to Leda?
No, I just thought he was talking about friends because he kept saying he was talking about friends. You know?
Yes. I also am just
sorry.
Very
Apparently
literally.
what? What was the conversation?
Huron's just super smiling too, having watched that. He's just like totally different mood. Just
Huron, you can roll perception to see how much you caught of the conversation on your way over. Oh, Hikari caught all of it.
Okay, cool. That's great. He's
16.
got keen ears.
16. You didn't hear exactly what was said, but you could tell the body language that like this halfling was trying to fuck any one of these.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think Aleda would just be like, oh, well, that's Tinbrand Featherbottom. If anyone's interested in casual sex, he's the one to go to. Sounds like he has quite a lot of hookups. Good for him. But we think we found something more in line for trying to find our friends. So.
Well, we found
our actual friends.
Oh.
Something as well, but thought that you would all be better suited to maybe get his attention. But he's kind of out of reach, so maybe we should go get Bastion.
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
All right.
All right. I guess we're gonna get Bastion.
Cool.
We get Bastion and go find Thomas and William and them.
Yeah, hopefully.
Come back to this.
Our good boys.
So we will end it there.
Hello everyone, and welcome to what I'm calling Ask Bastion. The crew has told me that we have received some letters from admirers from the arena, and have asked me to respond to them. I don't know why. But anyway, Huron here has the first letter. Let's take a look at what it is. Dear Bastion, I often cook to nourish my teammates and keep our group strong, healthy, and fueled for battle. A previous teammate refused to tell me that for ages she did not consume meat, so I needlessly prepared many meals that she just picked around, leading me to think my cooking was not pleasing. In the future, how do I deal with ungratefulness for my meals that I've slaved over, and how do I make sure my teammates are properly fed when they don't tell me things like this? Signed, Steamed Up and Boiling Over. First, let me tell you that your role as the cook and the provider of nutrients is extremely important. It's incredibly important to keep yourself energized for battle and ready for combat, so I cannot understate how valuable your position is. That being said, I do have some comments. First, have you asked your teammates whether or not there are any dietary requirements? If you have not, then I would say that they can hardly be held responsible, because, well, I have found in my observations that many organics will not tell you about their own feelings for fear of offending someone. I personally don't see the reason for living in misery, but that is what I observed. So, first thing I would do, ask them. Then, if your companions, on the other hand, are failing to inform you of any dietary requirements or preferences after you've asked them, well, then I would say it's not your job or your responsibility to please them. You have taken on the role of providing nourishment. That is all you need to concern yourself with. They are not your offspring, so it's not your responsibility to make them eat. And you should not be seeking accolades or awards for services rendered. You've chosen this responsibility. Take your thanks in watching them be hale and hearty in battle, being able to endure any combat or weather any storm. That is what you should be concerning yourself with. And if you really do need the approval of your companions for your own personal edification, well then, I would just stop cooking. If they don't like it, they will come crawling to you with their bowls in their hands, and then you will finally get the approbation you're so seeking. So, that would be my answer to you. Thank you very much for sending in your question.